What do you buy when you're scared of losing everything? You buy the one thing money can't guarantee: immortality, or at least a fighting chance. What secrets are billionaires building underground? What catastrophe are they so sure is coming? Forget panic rooms. We're going deep inside the world of billion-dollar doomsday bunkers, where extreme wealth meets extreme paranoia. The suburban fortress, hiding in plain sight. Before we go full doomsday, let's start on the surface, or just slightly below it. You might think a billionaire's first line of defense is a giant wall or a team of bodyguards, but the real pros know that the best security is the kind you never see. We're talking about the multi-million-dollar retrofits that turn a seemingly normal mansion into a civilian-grade Fort Knox. Companies like Creative Home Engineering specialize in the art of architectural misdirection. Their bread and butter: secret passages. Forget the dusty old revolving bookcase from a Scooby-Doo cartoon. These guys are the real-life Q branch for the super rich. They can turn a stone fireplace, a mahogany wardrobe, or even a section of a kitchen island into a seamless, undetectable entryway to a hidden safe room. The process is insanely meticulous. They'll take a sample of your existing woodwork or stone, send it to their facility, and build a custom door that is a perfect, indistinguishable match. These aren't just clever doors. They are ballistic-grade shields. A standard level 3 door can stop a .44 Magnum, and they can easily ramp that up to stop military-grade armor-piercing rounds. The locking mechanisms are just as insane, using sophisticated electromagnetic systems that can be triggered by anything from a custom-coded app on your phone to tilting a specific book on a shelf or even playing a certain sequence of notes on a piano. Once you're inside, you're in what they call a safe core. This isn't a tiny closet with a phone line. These are fully livable suites, often built during the home's initial construction, with reinforced concrete walls, independent air filtration systems to protect against biological or chemical attacks, and their own power and communication lines completely separate from the main house. We're talking about a space where a family can comfortably wait out a threat for days, complete with a kitchenette, bathrooms, and a state-of-the-art surveillance system to monitor every inch of their property. The cost? A single, simple secret bookcase door can start at around $25,000. But for a fully equipped, multi-room safe core integrated into a new build, billionaires are easily dropping between $500,000 and a few $1,000,000. And the craziest part is, you could have been to a dinner party in one of these homes and had absolutely no idea that 20 feet away, behind a perfectly ordinary-looking wall, lies a high-tech bunker that makes the White House Situation Room look like a garden shed. It's the ultimate power move, living in a fortress disguised as a home, secure in the knowledge that you have an escape route the world doesn't even know exists. Surviving in style, with neighbors. Okay, so a secret room is nice for a home invasion, but what if the threat is bigger? Like, way bigger. What if it's the end of the world as we know it? Hiding in your Beverly Hills mansion won't do you much good if there's no Beverly Hills left. This is where the concept of the luxury doomsday community comes in. Enter Robert Vicino, the founder of Vivos Group, a company that has essentially cornered the market on high-end, communal Armageddon survival. Vicino's business model is simple. He finds defunct Cold War-era military bunkers and decommissioned missile silos, places built by the government to withstand a direct nuclear strike, and transforms them into luxurious underground apartment complexes for the 1%. Their flagship project in the U.S. is Vivos X Point, located in South Dakota. It's a massive complex spread over 18 square miles, consisting of 575 off-grid military bunkers. For a one-time payment of around $50,000 and a modest annual fee, you can buy one of these concrete shells. Then it's up to you to customize the interior. And people go all out, spending anywhere from $200,000 to over $1 million to create a subterranean home complete with Italian marble countertops, home cinemas, and simulated windows that are actually high-definition screens displaying a live feed from the surface, assuming there's anything left to see. The entire community is designed to be a self-sustaining society. It has its own water wells, power generation systems, hydroponic gardens for growing food, and even a full-time security force. The idea is that when the apocalypse hits, you and a few hundred of your closest, wealthiest friends can ride it out together. But for the truly elite, Vivos offers something even more exclusive. Vivos Europa 1, billed as the modern-day Noah's Ark. Located in a former Soviet munitions storage facility in Germany, this place is on another level. The initial cost of entry is a rumored $2 million, and for that, you get a private, multi-level apartment inside a mountain. The entire facility is protected by blast doors that weigh hundreds of tons and can supposedly withstand a nuclear blast, a direct airliner crash, or a magnitude 10 earthquake. Inside, it's less a bunker and more a 5-star resort. We're talking swimming pools, a gymnasium, a movie theater, and even a wine cellar to make the end of days a little more palatable. There's a hospital, a DNA vault to preserve the genomes of the residents, and an archive of the world's most important knowledge and culture. It's a billion-dollar bet that when society collapses, a new one can be rebooted from a luxury hotel buried inside a German mountain. It raises a fascinating question. If you survive the apocalypse, do you really want to spend it with the same people you were trying to get away from at Davos? The floating fortress. For the billionaire who values mobility above all else, the ultimate escape plan isn't a hole in the ground, it's a fortress on the waves. We're not talking about your average Monaco party barge. This is the world of the Explorer yacht, a new breed of vessel designed for extreme, long-range autonomy, essentially serving as a private, mobile doomsday bunker. These ships are built less like luxury liners and more like military-grade icebreakers. They feature reinforced steel hulls, massive fuel tanks that allow for months of travel without docking, and advanced water desalination and waste treatment systems that make them completely self-sufficient. Take the yacht Octopus, originally built for Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen. This 414-foot vessel is a legend. It has 2 helipads, a full-size basketball court, and, most importantly, a submarine bay that houses a 10-person submarine, perfect for scouting underwater or making a discreet escape. Companies like Damon Yachting sell their Sea Explorer line of yachts, which are explicitly marketed for navigating the most remote and hostile environments on Earth, from the Amazon to Antarctica. These floating compounds can be equipped with research laboratories, dive centers, and enough storage for provisions to last for months, if not years. The cost for these ultimate escape pods? Easily starting in the tens of millions and skyrocketing into the hundreds of millions for custom builds. It's a strategy that offers the ultimate freedom, the ability to simply lift anchor and disappear over the horizon, leaving the collapsing world in your wake. The lone wolf's lair. Some billionaires are lone wolves, people who trust no one and want their survival to be entirely in their own hands. For them, there are companies like Rising S Company, a Texas-based outfit that builds custom, ultra-high-end private bunkers. These aren't retrofitted military bases, they are bespoke subterranean mansions, built to order and installed secretly on your private estate. Their top-of-the-line model is called the Aristocrat, and the name is no joke. For a cool $9.6 million, they will build you a sprawling underground complex that is the last word in paranoid luxury. The entire structure is made of quarter-inch steel plate, designed to be buried deep underground, and can comfortably house over 50 people. Once you're inside, it's like a secret underground village. It has multiple master suites, a bowling alley, a firing range, a state-of-the-art gym, a swimming pool, and even a motor cave for your collection of apocalypse-ready vehicles. The power systems are redundant, with solar panels on the surface connected to a massive battery bank and multiple diesel generators as a backup. There are greenhouses for sustainable food production, a water treatment facility, and an air filtration system that can scrub nuclear, biological, and chemical contaminants. The level of detail is staggering. They can build custom hidden entrances from your main house, or even secret access points hundreds of yards away in a disguised shed or rock formation. They offer optional extras like a helipad, decontamination showers, and even a panic room times within times the panic room. These bunkers are for the billionaire who doesn't just want to survive. They want to maintain their exact lifestyle, just 30 feet underground. And business is booming. The company has reportedly installed these luxury survival pods all over the world, for everyone from tech moguls and politicians to pro athletes and movie stars. It speaks to a very specific kind of mindset, a belief that the only person you can truly rely on when things go south is yourself, and that with enough money, you can build a private kingdom that is completely impervious to the chaos of the outside world. The asteroid-proof citadel. A bespoke bunker from a company like Rising S is the peak of paranoid luxury, but it's still a bunker you add to your property. What if you want to buy a property that is, in its entirety, a subterranean fortress? For that, you go to the Czech Republic, to a sprawling 323,000 square foot complex known as the Oppidum. This isn't just a bunker. It's a former top-secret military base, a joint project between the Soviets and the Czechs during the Cold War, built to withstand a nuclear attack and house a nation's leadership. And now, it's been converted into the single largest private doomsday residence on the planet. The scale here is almost impossible to comprehend. The complex features a massive underground structure, but also a private, gated estate on the surface, with its own golf course and helipad. But the real action is below. The bunker can be sealed off from the outside world in less than 60 seconds, protected by a series of blast doors and a labyrinth of secret corridors. Once inside, it's a self-contained world, The facility is designed to provide its owner with up to 10 years of uninterrupted survival without any need for external supplies. It's divided into a 60,000 square foot personal residence and another 100,000 square feet of shared amenities that feel more like a private city than a shelter. We're talking about an underground garden with simulated natural light, a swimming pool, a full-size cinema, a library, and even a vault for priceless art collections. The cost for this ultimate turnkey apocalypse solution? The original asking price was undisclosed, but it was rumored to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. The optimum is the final word in the lone wolf strategy. It's for the billionaire who doesn't just want a panic room, but a private underground country, the sovereign sanctuary. So you've got your private bunker on your estate. But what if the estate itself is the problem? What if the government you don't trust is the one that might come knocking on your blast door? For a select few billionaires, the answer is to find a new country altogether. This brings us to New Zealand, a place that has become the ultimate bug-out location for Silicon Valley's elite. For years, there have been whispers of tech titans buying up vast swaths of remote, pristine land in the Kiwi countryside. The most famous example is PayPal co-founder and controversial tech investor Peter Thiel. In 2015, it was revealed that Thiel, a man who has openly talked about his belief in a coming societal collapse, had secretly been granted New Zealand citizenship and had purchased a stunning 477-acre estate on the shores of Lake Wanaka for $13.5 million. For years, he has been trying to build a massive, sprawling luxury lodge on the property, but the designs, which featured a grass-covered roof designed to blend the structure into the landscape, raised suspicions. It looked less like a vacation home and more like the elegant surface entrance to a much larger subterranean complex. The plans were eventually rejected by local authorities due to environmental concerns, but it exposed the trend. Dozens of other high-profile Americans have reportedly purchased apocalypse insurance in the form of New Zealand real estate, drawn by the country's isolation, political stability, and friendly attitude toward foreign investment. It's a geopolitical escape hatch. If things get unstable in the US or Europe, they have a passport and a safe haven waiting for them on the other side of the world. This isn't just about building a bunker. It's about choosing the right place to build it. It's a strategy that involves diversifying not just your financial portfolio, but your citizenship portfolio. It's the ultimate expression of globalism and paranoia, using the interconnectedness of the modern world to plan your escape from it. The agricultural arc. A steel bunker is great for riding out the initial chaos, but what happens a year later when the canned food runs out? The smartest money in the world knows that true long-term survival isn't about having the thickest walls. It's about owning the land that can feed you. I'm talking about the great billionaire land grab, the quietest and perhaps most strategic play in the entire doomsday game. For years, titans of industry have been discreetly becoming titans of agriculture. The most famous example is Bill Gates. While the world sees him as a software mogul and philanthropist, he has also become America's largest private owner of farmland, accumulating a portfolio of nearly 270,000 acres across the country. Officially, it's for developing sustainable farming technologies. But the strategic advantage is undeniable. When the global supply chain collapses, the person who controls the farms controls everything. He's not alone. Media mogul Ted Turner was a pioneer in this space, at one point owning over 2 million acres of American wilderness. Amazon's Jeff Bezos has been gobbling up hundreds of thousands of acres in West Texas. Why are they doing this? It's the ultimate hedge. Farmland is a hard asset that holds its value. It's remote and defensible, and it provides the two essentials for rebooting civilization: food and water. They aren't just buying dirt, they're buying self-sufficiency on a national scale. This is a survival strategy that looks beyond the blast door. It's a quiet, calculated plan to become the feudal lords of whatever world comes next, ensuring their family doesn't just survive, but thrives on the new frontier. Paradise, built on paranoia. And that brings us to the king of them all. The man who built his empire on creating an open and connected world has spent a fortune to build a private, walled-off fortress for himself. I'm talking about Mark Zuckerberg and his now legendary compound on the Hawaiian island of Kauai. While he doesn't own the whole island, that honor belongs to tech billionaire Larry Ellison. Zuckerberg has spent over $170 million cobbling together a 1,400-acre estate known as Kulau Ranch. And from the beginning, the project has been defined by an almost pathological obsession with secrecy and security. It started with a 6-foot wall that angered locals by blocking ocean views, and continued with everyone from carpenters to electricians being forced to sign ironclad non-disclosure agreements. But the most fascinating and terrifying part of the compound is what's being built underground. Whispers and leaked plans have confirmed the construction of a massive 5,000 square foot subterranean bunker. This isn't just a storm shelter. This is a full-blown doomsday complex, reportedly designed to be completely self-sufficient. The plans show a shelter with its own energy and food supplies, protected by a massive blast-resistant door made of steel and reinforced concrete. This is a clear signal that Zuckerberg is planning for a scenario far more serious than a hurricane or a power outage. This is a bunker built to withstand a societal collapse, a biological event, or worse. The main compound above ground is just as wild, consisting of over a dozen buildings, including 2 main mansions connected by a private tunnel. There's even a network of tree houses linked by rope bridges, allowing the family to move between them without ever touching the ground. The entire estate is a self-contained world, a high-tech playground and fortress rolled into one. The irony is almost too perfect to believe. The man whose platforms have been criticized for eroding privacy and fueling social chaos has created the ultimate private escape from that very chaos. Kulau Ranch is more than just a home. It's a physical manifestation of the billionaire mindset, a belief that any problem, even the end of the world, can be solved with enough money, engineering, and a complete disconnection from the messy reality that the rest of us have to live in. It's the ultimate panic room, a paradise built on a foundation of pure, unadulterated paranoia. The digital ghost. In the 21st century, what's more valuable, your physical body or your digital soul? For the modern tech titan or Wall Street financier, the greatest fear isn't just a physical threat, it's the threat of digital annihilation, having your fortune, your data, and your legacy erased in an instant. This paranoia has fueled the rise of the digital doomsday bunker, some of the most secure and secret facilities on Earth. Forget storing your files in the cloud. We're talking about subterranean data fortresses, often built into former military bunkers deep inside mountains. Switzerland, with its famous neutrality and granite mountains, is ground zero for this industry. Companies like Swiss Fort Knox offer data storage inside a decommissioned Cold War command center, buried under the Swiss Alps. It's protected from everything from nuclear blasts to electromagnetic pulses. Here, billionaires can physically store their most critical data: financial records, cryptocurrency keys, proprietary algorithms, even personal photos and journals, on servers completely disconnected from the vulnerable global internet. The security is the stuff of spy movies, featuring biometric scanners, armed guards, and blast doors. It's digital cryonics. It's a way of ensuring that even if the entire global financial and communication system collapses, a hard copy of your wealth and identity exists in a Swiss mountain, ready to be rebooted. The ultimate goal isn't just to survive the apocalypse, but to be able to prove you were rich and powerful when it's over. It's a ghost in the machine, a digital backup of a dynasty, waiting for the power to come back on. The Cryo Gambit. So you've built the bunker, bought the island, and secured your survival, for now. But you're still faced with one unavoidable problem: your own mortality. What if the real apocalypse isn't a nuclear bomb, but old age or disease? For the billionaire who sees death as just another technical problem to be solved, there is one final, audacious gamble: the Cryo Gambit. This is the world of cryopreservation, the ultimate bet against the house. Companies like the Alcor Life Extension Foundation in Arizona are at the bleeding edge of this sci-fi reality. For a price tag of around $200,000 for a full-body preservation, they promise to freeze you at the moment of legal death, suspending you in liquid nitrogen at a temperature of -196 degrees Celsius. The hope that future generations, armed with unimaginably advanced nanotechnology and medical science, will be able to thaw you out, cure whatever killed you, and grant you a second life. This isn't just a fringe fantasy. It has serious backing from the highest echelons of Silicon Valley. Peter Thiel's Thiel Foundation has invested in life extension technologies, and he is a registered member of Alcor. It's the ultimate expression of the tech billionaire mindset, a belief that death itself is a bug in the human operating system that can eventually be patched. It's the final panic room, not a room of steel and concrete, but a chamber of ice and hope. It's a multi-million-dollar bet that the future will not only survive, but will be so advanced that it will come back for the frozen pioneers who gambled everything on a second chance.